Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. We'd like to thank our sponsors before we get going here with a great interview. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. I got a full studio today, folks. I'm happy to have them in here. We have to my left, to the right, it is Mr. Matt Hart, the Executive Director of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation. In the middle, it is Mrs. Linda Allen of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. She is the Executive Director. And Stephanie Brown, first time in the studio. She's the owner of Forever Yours in Taylorville. So awesome to have you guys in today for some chamber chat. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So before we really get going into the meat of this entire interview here, we lost one of our own here over at the chamber there, and one of the saddest things we've heard here. Mr. Micah Sally did pass away, the president of the board of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Matt Hart, you have something to read off for us.
Sure. Yeah, we just wanted to start off by just recognize this, because we at the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce obviously mourn the loss of our dear friend and board president Micah Sally. His infectious enthusiasm, unwavering support, and commitment to making Taylorville thrive were certainly unmatched. Mike wasn't just our board president. He was a friend and a champion for every business and every person in our community. And his presence will be deeply missed, to say the least. Our hearts ache for his family, and we offer our deeper condolences. So rest in peace, Mike, and we will never forget your impact. So
thank you so much for reading that, Mr. Matt Hart, right there. And yes, it's one of the biggest losses right there. And we think of the memories about Mike, and we'll be talking more about that and on how to prepare and how to grieve from that loss. So we're going to keep moving here. Mr. Matt Hart, you got a pretty big event coming up here from the chamber, and Miss Linda Allen always bringing us the great events coming up here. The Business Incentives Workshop. This is going to be a very good opportunity for some people out there. Explain this one to us.
Sure. Yeah, we're so excited to be partnering with the Taylorville Chamber, and certainly happy to be here today on Chamber Chat, promoting an event that we're doing with the chamber. But the chamber and the Christian County Economic Development Corporation teamed up, and we decided to host a business incentives workshop, is what we're calling it. This will be next Thursday. It's going to be at the People's Bank Community Room, lower level of People's Bank here in Taylorville, from 11:30 to 1. But the purpose of this business incentives workshop is to really explain to business owners or anyone in business or wanting to get into business or wanting to build in Taylorville and Christian County to know these business incentives that we have. It's 2024. We don't do development the way we did 10 years ago. And so we have incentives such as a tax increment financing district, or TIF. We've got a business development district in Taylorville. We've got an enterprise zone in the county. And we want to make sure that everybody fully understands what those three incentives are. And so we brought in Nick Nelson. Nick is with Jacob and Klein attorneys. That's the firm that the city of Taylorville uses for their TIF district and their business development district. But he's going to come in and just walk everyone through what is TIF, what is the tax increment financing district, what is the business development district, what is the enterprise zone, and how can you take advantage of those whether you're building a new business, remodeling an existing business, or just want more information about these incentives and how they work. Nick Nelson and Jacob Klein are really kind of the authority on this. And so we invite them to come down to Taylorville for the day and just meet with our business owners, or prospective business owners, and walk them through these three incentives that we have.
Wow. So this is going to be so much information, and it's really coming from one of the best sources you can get it from. Learning about all the acronyms, the TIF and the BDD. I'm just now kind of wrapping my head around a few of those, but I'm not a business owner. I'm just hearing about them. Miss Stephanie Brown, you're a business owner here with your Forever story. Mm-hmm. Does this sound like something that could educate you in the way of your business?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, not only like my business, but obviously other people around the area as well. So any information you can get, definitely promote your business, helps you in the future. So yeah, definitely.
And if you are running your business without the knowledge of these great incentives out there, you're missing out on a lot of funds and probably development in the future.
Sure. And this isn't just pocket change, Tim. I mean, we've got one person that's looking at some of the property out in the new industrial park. And we just did some quick math on the TIF district for him. And we were talking about if his project goes forward, we're going to save him not thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking about saving hundreds of thousands of dollars because we have these incentives out there. So we want to make sure everyone is equipped. Again, we want the business owners, we want the builders, we want the contractors to know that there are these advantages that exist. We want to make sure that people take advantage of those that we have here in Taylorville and in Christian County.
Wow, that's a huge opportunity for everyone involved, the builders, even the contractors, because even they have to be aware while building, because things can change. If they know there is a TIF or there is a business development, those things will change.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually we're getting ready to change the enterprise zone. We've had some, the state has changed some of the rules on enterprise zones. So some things will be coming out of our enterprise zone. Some things are going to be added to our enterprise zone. But it's in the enterprise zone's not just in Taylorville. We've got the enterprise zone in Taylorville. We've got enterprise zone in Kincaid. We've got it in Pana. We've got it in Assumption. Right now, it's helping Assumption put in a new neighborhood. They're putting in 16 homes in a new neighborhood in Assumption. And that is partly due to the enterprise zone that we've extended out to Assumption. So these are great tools, and we just want as many people to know about these tools. And by the way, Tim, it's free. This workshop's completely free. We'll even throw in lunch. The Christian County Economic Development Corporation is going to provide lunch. So if you're interested, all you need to do is call me or call the chamber, or send us an email. My phone number is 217-565-2280, or edcchristiancounty@gmail.com, or you can look us up on the web at christiancountyedc.com. That's where our website is. But yeah, if you're interested in coming, if you're thinking about building or developing, or just want to get those questions answered about these business incentives, reach out. And the Christian County EDC and Taylorville Chamber are happy to co-host this event.
Totally. And find all the information, dates, times, and where it's at, of course, on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. We'll make a story on this one. This will be a big one right here. You mentioned the 16 homes being built in Assumption. Had no idea that was part of the enterprise zone. We keep mentioning the enterprise zone. We might have explained it a couple of times, but just a brief synopsis of what that brings to someone.
So the biggest advantage for the enterprise zone is that anything that you build in that enterprise zone, you pretty much can build. All your building materials will be sales tax free. Today, that can be a huge savings. I mean, we're talking 8, 9, almost 10% savings on all of your building material. But you have to apply for if number one, the property has to be in their enterprise zone. You've got to make the application. But once your application's been approved, then basically all your building material, it's sales tax free for anything that you need to build or remodel as well. We've got actually a project down in Pana. We've got a business that is remodeling and he's using the enterprise zone.
Wow. So for remodeling as well, if you're hearing this, you already have a business that can be worked into the enterprise zone as well. This will be on Thursday, January 25th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's at People's Bank and Trust. Beautiful meeting room in the basement there for this. I can already see it unfolding there. So Mr. Matt Hart, thank you so much for explaining this one out to us. And I'm hoping people take advantage of this business incentives workshop. We can kind of stay on, working within business incentives within the city, because Stephanie Brown, this feels like a good place to have a business. It feels like the city is really looking out for the people that own businesses.
Yeah, it's actually starting to grow, which is good. And so that's definitely a big incentive, because I actually am going to be doing my business from home. So we're actually going to be turning my garage into my office. So now that you said that, that's definitely something I'm going to look into.
Any renovations that need to happen there, or business expenses. I mean, I'm sure there is a way to document all of that. I'm no professional in that, but that example right there, moving into the garage and needing funds for that'll work in the enterprise zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if the property's in the enterprise zone, and it goes all the way down to the specific property. So if you know the property, we can look it up and we can tell you that either it's in the enterprise zone or it's not in the enterprise zone. But if it's located in that enterprise zone, all you have to do is make application, and again, your building materials will be tax free. And there's some other incentives as well, but that's the biggest one that most businesses are finding that helps them out.
Amazing. All right, we're talking right now with Matt Hart, the executive director of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation, and Stephanie Brown, owner of Your Forever Story, out of Taylorville. We're going to take our short little break right here, but when we come back, we'll have some more chamber chat, and Linda Allen of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce will be back. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has a new CD special that is just what you are looking for. We are currently offering a 7-month share certificate with an annual percentage yield of 5.05% and a minimum deposit of $1,000. This great rate is for a limited time. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
offering their full attention, guidance, and support to families when they need it the most. Schaefer, Perfetti, and Asali Funeral Homes in Taylorville make it their top priority to serve families by providing quality, affordable funeral services of their choice and developing trustworthy relationships. They listen, guide you through the necessary decisions, and take care of every detail at the most affordable price. Schaefer, Perfetti, and Asali, Taylorville's only local family-owned funeral home, serving families with honor and respect.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
If you're looking for a local, full or part-time job in Central Illinois, there's an easy place to go to find current job openings. It's IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. You'll find jobs available near you. And the best part is that it's free for candidates to access 24/7. If you want a local job when you don't have to spend a lot of money on gas to get to, then you want access to IllinoisJobPost.com to check out current local job openings. That web address again is IllinoisJobPost.com. Another service from your friends at the Miller Media Group. If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names: Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
Hi, this is Andrea Bach from the Christian County YMCA, where it's all about youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Find out about our great programs and activities at your local YMCA by clicking our icon on the obituary page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Taylorville Care Center offers therapy to help you recover and return home as quickly as possible with private rooms for rehab to home. Find out more by clicking the Taylorville Care Center icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. And this is the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak. Let's thank our sponsors before we keep going with this great interview. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. That first half, we learned about the Business Incentives Workshop from Matt Hart, the Executive Director of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation. That'll be on Thursday, January 25th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Everyone's invited, from contractors to builders to, of course, the people that own businesses throughout Christian County. Very fun to get updated on that. And we talked to Stephanie Brown, the owner of Forever Yours. No, I keep messing that up. Your Forever Story. Forever Yours is a different thing. Your Forever Story. Stephanie Brown, you got some big coming up that you're heading out to, but this is for everyone, that if you're holding a wedding, a reception, an event, you're going to want to go to this, because they got all the right things to say over there. Elegant Wedding Expo. Tell me about this.
Okay, so this is actually something that happens twice a year, in January and August. And it's also been in Bloomington, Springfield, Peoria as well. So this one is actually Sunday, January 21st at the Doubletree Hilton Hotel from 12 to 4. They have so many vendors. I'm actually going to be having my own table with a theme. We're doing a wine theme this year. There's going to be about 50 or more wedding professionals. You can enter to win a drawing for $6,000. There's a lot of samples, a lot of just stuff that, brides can take home with them. So it's something that you have to register for, but you can also just come, first come, first serve. So.
All right. So that'll be really fun right there. And if you're into weddings, if you are a wedding planner, this is the place to be for you. You said you got your own table set up out there. The theme is wine, but wine. What else do you got on that table? What kind of theme are you selling there?
Well, we are actually going to be I'm implementing a new item to my business, which is a bubble house. So I actually want people to come out and see that.
What is a bubble house?
A bubble house is big, it almost looks like a big house where you put balloons in and people can actually take pictures in it and kids can go in there and play.
Okay.
So yeah.
Grown-ups can go play.
A photo op spot and a play spot.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So I actually have a baby shower in May to do. So
Cool.
I can't wait.
And that's going to be in the bubble house?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so
Well,
cool.
it's not actually, you don't go in the bubble house.
okay.
It's actually on the side. I
Oh.
might just have to show you a picture
Yeah,
of it.
I got to get a visual of this bubble house.
I do have a picture.
Oh, there's a picture. We got a live stream.
I do have
Tune
a
in.
picture.
The curiosity alone
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
bubble
Yeah,
house.
right?
Who doesn't want to be part of a
I
bubble
want to do a
house?
bubble house.
I need to get inside of a bubble house here and get my happiness levels restored. We're getting a picture of the bubble house here.
That is fun.
Okay, that's perfect, and not even exactly what I was thinking about there. If you were looking at the live stream right there, it might be tough to see.
Yeah.
Go to TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. We can have a picture of the bubble house.
But
there,
if
okay.
they go to, I'm on Facebook and Instagram,
Perfect.
and I also have a website. It's yourforeverstory.godaddysite.com. There's pictures on there. My packages and pricing are on there as well.
Amazing. All right. So if people did want to get involved with Your Forever Story,
Yes.
can they contact you anywhere else, or would you like them to go to your Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram, and then, like I said, my business, yourforeverstory.godaddysite.com.
Awesome. And then contacting like a DM on Facebook? Or
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Easy enough right there. We're talking to Stephanie Brown right now. How long have you been doing Your Forever Story?
This will be I'm going into my 3rd year. So I've done actually 4 weddings.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's a lot right there. And in
Yeah.
3 years, 4 weddings, huge
Mhm.
right there. Really cool. And thank you for explaining this wedding expo. So it's only on Bloomington, not too far away. So people that,
No.
if you're thinking about having a wedding here, it's a huge undertaking, and
Mhm.
that would be a good place to start.
Oh yeah. That's only an
with
hour and
ideas.
a half away.
Yeah. If
So,
you were thinking about what your theme is or what you want to have involved at your
Mhm.
wedding, it's a good place to get all the ideas.
right. And actually when I sit down with clients, I have like pre-event questions. So that way I get a feel of exactly what they need. So yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. So that's Stephanie Brown with Your Forever Story. Find them on Facebook, find them on Instagram, and they got a website out
Mhm.
there for all of all the services offered. That's going to be super fun. And good luck at the wedding
Yeah.
expo. I hope you have some
I
success.
know, I
over
can't
there.
wait.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. All right. That's super cool. And first up, we talked to Matt Hart with the Business Incentive Workshop. That's going to be a really great opportunity right there. Talk about some new members over at the Chamber of
We
Commerce.
do.
I see some fun ones in
We
here.
have some
Explain
fun
these.
ones.
Yeah.
We have had quite the busy last couple of weeks. We've had, I don't know if you're familiar with Linda Smith. I think you're not, but we're going to make sure you are.
Yeah.
She is a very valued member of the community. She is retired, but she has gone into the venture of Airbnb, Verbo. She has opened up Pickering Place. We're going to be sending out some information about that. It is going to be a beautiful home that families can come stay in for whatever the occasion. It's out there in Edinburgh by the Red Barn Produce. Kind of attach that. So we also have Kimmer Village. We partnered with them at Christmas for the Angel Tree, and it was a good partnership, and we want to help promote them. There's a lot of people that don't understand or know what Kimmer Village is, so they have joined up with us, and we're going to help them out. Shadowbox, Mr. Keith and Shannon Boston. They've been in town for years. That little store is amazing. And they've just always wanted to come and be a part of things, and now they're doing it. So they've come aboard, and I actually went shopping there for, what is it, business after hours for Christmas. You need an outfit really quick and you don't want to go buy a new one. You don't have time. You just hit up the resale shops. And I had everything I needed right there. It was really cute.
Awesome.
So the Healing Tree is another one we talked about when I was here before. I know when Corey Mathis and her group joined, but they are doing a promotion this week for chamber members only. And if you hit up their website or our website, you'll see their promotion they have going on. And it's like an hour and a half of just healing. I think everyone needs it.
Yeah.
Everyone needs it. So
Absolutely.
wanted to touch on Scholarship Awareness Day too. That's coming up. That's going to be Friday, February 9th at the high school. We're going to be going back. This is our 10th year doing this. We're bringing all the community scholarships to the students. All we do is facilitate it. Sometimes we take candy. We have scholarships. It's free money. Our board president, Elizabeth Honstein, believes that you should not have to pay to go to college.
Yeah, I would agree with Elizabeth right there. And do all you can in the way of scholarships and getting started early right there. Is
Boy,
the most
howdy.
important
There's
part.
so many in this county. And then every time we do this, more pop up. It incentivizes people to create one just to give someone an opportunity to go to school. So we're going to be doing that Friday, February 9th.
Friday, February 9th. And you can find all that on the
On
Greater
Facebook,
Taylorville
yep.
Chamber of Commerce Facebook.
Yes.
Awesome. Guys, we are pretty much out of time here, but I really appreciate all of you for taking the time and coming in
Thank
today.
you both for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Another successful chamber chat. We got to know about Mr. Matt Hart's new business incentives workshop. That'll be on Thursday, January 25th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at People's Bank and Trust Basement. And Stephanie Brown, the owner of Your Forever Story. She'll be heading out to the Elegant Wedding Expo in Bloomington this Sunday.
This Sunday, 12
awesome.
to 4.
1224. Good luck at that. And thank you so much to Miss Linda Allen from the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce for bringing these folks in. I've been Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you all for listening.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EHP.